Hello and welcome back to Vampyr. Did say there was a back exit which I didn't find. Okay, we have crafted the medicine. Let's give it to the guy with the sore throat.
I cannot enter.
Let's talk to you as well.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
About the men who were tracking you.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
Let's say it was a misunderstanding.
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind.
Yeah, because he's actually a vampire. So tell me about vampires.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You could be in danger.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reid. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
What do you know about Thomas Wood?
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire?
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Interesting.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Well, there goes one of those quests. Answer the door. What door? Right, we were searching for the guy with the sore throat. Where is he? We'll talk in a moment, apparently. An unknown being. This guy's dead. Might as well vacate the bed, you know. This place is a mess. Okay. What the hell was that thing? He had a broken arm. No, this game would be much more enjoyable with a minimap. Not spoken with this guy yet. And I know why, he was hiding. What is this? Nurses are needed now. Huh. Sure.
It's here again.
Oh, there you are.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Wonderful. Here, you can have this.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
He is recovering.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful is your...
So painful I'd rather...
I'll let you get some rest.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
He's gonna be fine.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
I have other concerns right now, Doctor. But I'm fine, thank you.
So she's fine, healthy.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Let's see, what does the guy with the broken arm need? There you are.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Any news about my operation?
It says that he's healthy.
Is there anything...
I'm all right.
Goodbye for now.
I'll let you down, my boy.
Okay, who's next? We're looking at the hospital. Clay Cox. Well, I need one more bottle of those then. Let's go craft it. Clay Cox is the guy I didn't eat, isn't he?
We may lack the resources, but we have some of the most brilliant minds in London.
before we continue. You know, it would be so much better if you could actually aim with the weapon. Okay, what about the serums? Those things that help me. Regenerate 300 points instantly, then 150 health points over 15 seconds. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use that. So where is Mr. Cox?
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reid.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Why lie then? Were you ashamed that you didn't die with
Soldier,
your combat?
do you need assistance?
I'm fine.
Why do you...
I wasn't
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Oh! I didn't know you can actually do that.
Tell me what...
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Why do you...
I wasn't...
What?
Come on. I don't want...
What?
Come on.
Reconstruct...
I don't want to wear a blood...
Okay, so I can't actually go back. Now I like that. You should be careful what you
Goodbye
say.
for now, Mr. Elwood.
Disgust on every street corner.
How are you, sir?
Hello again, Dr. Reid. I feel better already. Can I go soon?
There was nothing you can
Goodbye,
tell me.
Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again.
Okay, can you go inside here now?
It's locked.
No.
Here again.
I think there's a mental patient in there or something. Just want to see if he's downstairs still. No, apparently he's not. You know, you should probably shave that beard. for Hawkins. Okay. Should I speak with her?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doc.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
Okay, so it was her dream. What should I say? Because I am actually kinda frightened to speak now. Be proud of what you've achieved. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable? Unacceptable? Words. Patients need you. Well, if I tell her to be proud, we've already established that she's not very proud of herself. I don't know what that means, by the way.
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
So I could go back on that if I pressed medical checkup. That's good to know.
Pepper,
To become a nurse.
She does take bribes to find people some beds. Okay, let's go with this.
you should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Actually, I like Hawkins. So if I drink her blood, it's gonna give me 2,250 experience. Mortimer Goswick is recovering. Well, we'll find him sooner or later. Let's talk to this woman.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Well, that's very nice. Diseases. Diseases decrease the blood quality of a citizen. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Yeah, I'm still not certain. You have to talk to Edward Swansea. White coat. We haven't spoken yet, have we?
It's locked, all right.
Sure. You're sitting easy.
Cold medical bench. You must be very...
Apparently London is my city now. Quite ironic. You know, this game would have been so much more fun if it took place in Germany.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I think he's healthy now. I wish I could actually place a marker. On the guys. Enter the old morgue. I have a question. How can I make this my primary objective?
You disgust on every street corner.
Okay, let's take a look. If I go here, no relationships, what quality, I don't care. Detailed, pillar. Okay, I don't know. Should I drink her blood now? I don't want to. She said I'm gonna try without drinking anyone's blood. And again, rats don't count. Hey Milton. Ah, there he is.
If only there were more of us. Less destination.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reid. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
You will.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
You're adorable.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. It still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reid. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
I actually like you more now.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. Well, I guess revenge gives you balls.
Why did you have to kill his brother? I can ask that?
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reid. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
Well, he's adorable.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
That's interesting.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Making connections now.
It's really pissed me off this time.
Which one was Nurse Crane? Just... Right, the woman who answered the door. Which didn't actually answer the door, I just found her and talked to her. Okay, so where's the morgue? Hello? Enter the old morgue. This guy seems to be fine.
It's locked.
Yeah, I know. Use of garlic and wooden stakes. Can't honestly believe that garlic nonsense. Dear brothers, I must now draw your attention to a very important point, the use of garlic as a protection against the vampire. Let's be crystal clear on the subject. Garlic will never protect you against those creatures. No matter how fresh, how strong, and how smelly, Garlic is totally useless as a defense. I can never say enough how damaging that novelle of Bram Stoker has been. Yes, of course the population of Slavic countries place Gallic covers in coffins. Yes, of course inhabitants of Santorini Islands hang Gallic on their windows. There would be so much to write about this place, and some day soon I hope to go back to this island and further explore its occult traditions, but that is not to predict the living from the devil. It is to tell the dead that they are aware of their malevolence. It is a symbol, nothing more and nothing less. So please, by all means, yes, wear Gallic, show Gallic, hang Gallic, and tell the shadows that you are not afraid. But if you are looking for supernatural protection, you will have to search much deeper into the forgotten secrets of the occult traditions. For there is the truth, my fellow brothers. Garlic does not repel vampires, but all the fresh plants will hurt them. It is as if their body could not stand the presence of botanical elements. I have seen an angered Vulp flee when wrecked with roses. Yes, simple rose. I have witnessed a violent econ fall down and beg for mercy when struck by a wooden stake. I don't know why it is so effective, and I would give my left arm to find the answer to that mystery. But the truth remains nevertheless. Vampires are very sensitive to fresh herbs. From Facing the Shadows, How and Why by Usher Telthree, Primate of St. Paul.
I wonder what your last thought.
Let's talk to you, sir.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead. A colleague? Are you a doctor too? Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue. What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked? No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor. Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses? Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone. An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh. Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
How did you get this job? After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Very well. Have we met before?
Have we met before? I don't think so, sir. Why? When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead. A funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Yeah.
Do you work here alone? Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why watch these bodies?
Why do you have to watch these bodies? Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the morgue?
Why close the hospital's main morgue? It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave. A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here. Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Why come here to trade?
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital. I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
And what kind of goods do you sell?
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
So you're ready to die?
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reid. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Okay.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
An enigmatic formula. We need to analyze this. So it costs 70 shillings, we have 130. Opium. With the rise of the epidemic, rampant shortage of legal medications, London citizens, for its sedative and anesthetic properties, have recently used opium again. Yeah, let's purchase that. Don't know where to analyze things.
It's locked, all right.
Don't we have the key?
It's locked.
Things that no one could believe.
Huh.
It never ceases to amaze me how you,
Night shift, enter the old morgue.
peaceful and lost.
The docks north, docks west, and hideout, hideout. This hospital looks pretty decent actually from the outside. Crumbled letter. Inventory, let's take a look at that. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing. except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors, and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. You may ask for extra money in exchange for bed. The bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry, I refused to pay first, and I realized now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I hear. Despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks, I promise that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nicole. Oh, dude. An honest crook.
It's locked. How you... The dead... It's locked, all right. Good evening. Good... Never ceases to amaze me how you, the dead...
Okay, I guess this is a different place. You say that the quest is complete, but I'm not so certain. I like that you can actually see through the windows of the buildings you can't enter. Usually it's not something you can do. Yeah, it's usually like this. Is that it? Can't enter this place for some reason. Let's keep out.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody...
Okay, not enough stamina for that. Photography of a smiling and loving couple with a few words written on the back: Milton and Pippa forever.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. But there was a subtle clue. One takes the money, the other one gives the beds. Okay. Where am I? Small bottle.
I cannot enter.
Benbrook Hospital, okay. Yeah, I'll get used to that switching weapons thing. Okay. Lead plate. Guess I can melt that and make some bullets. Is that the morgue? Yes, good. I should not leave yet.
It's locked.
There is always a way in. In games. Usually in games.
I cannot enter.
Okay, go up. That's a lot of blood. I don't expect this room to be filled to the brim with the stuff you can take. Okay, thank you. That's what I need. hello. You know, I do wish I could purchase a sword from somewhere. Or a saber. This is, after all, after the Great War.
It's locked.
Nothing I can do here. Maybe I should upgrade that thing. Lucky bastard. There we go. Watery rich blood sample. Guess I've missed one of them. It's on the first floor. Or did they respawn?
I cannot enter.
FC9.
It's locked, all
yeah,
right.
I know it's locked.
I cannot enter.
There is supposed to be a key somewhere here, I bet. Is there a way I can upgrade my vampire sense or something like that? Okay. That's kind of weird, really. Wrong target, that's successful one. Reach the pharmacy. Bring back the wallet to its owner. Promising recruit. I have to give this back. Okay. So that is good, however. We've already entered the old morgue. Very well. Let's continue moving forward. I'm anxious to see where this takes me. Can't even try to open those doors.
It's locked, all right.
Okay. I don't actually see a way in. There has to be one. Okay, I guess I cannot break doors.
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Oh, I guess I can return later. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. What I have to do is be very careful. Did these items respawn? Milton.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Sure.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin color that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reid.
40 shillings, wow, cool.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A
Milton's shotgun. That's expensive. I have 100. Common handle part. Trigger part. A screw. Grace, okay. Investigation successful. Is that how we call missions here? Let's start with you. Missing ingredients. Hey Cox, how are you? He's fine. There's an unknown person there.
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. Do you need medical attention, sir?
No thanks, sir. Unless you're able to get rid of every rat in London.
I'll certainly try.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we were in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
Great.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
Sure.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. Couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
So Rat brought you together. Very romantic.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself. I cannot enter.
Well, I'll find the guy. But first... Can I jump over there? No.
We've dodged death so many times.
I can't teleport in front of them.
It's locked, all right.
Miss, please, I feel sick. Get over here now.
What's with you?
Hey, Doc.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Okay, let's get rid of that.
It's locked.
Oh yeah.
I said stay away, sir. Oi! Mine! You!
Okay, finally.
He's dead!
Some shillings here and there. Okay, that's good enough. I couldn't realize what this is for. It's a cover for the barrels. A large knife. Beautiful knife with name engraved on the blade. Clay.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
Should I keep it? Apparently I cannot use it. Well, did he tell me that he wants his knife back? Because I don't remember it. Okay, nothing here. Some sort of a boss battle. Come on, let's see you. My mark. And he's on full health once more. Okay, missed my mark there. It's fine. Here's the thing, I don't care about evolving, I think I can take them down. Just need some patience. My hideout right there.
I cannot enter.
You walked straight to me, which means that you must be a vampire. Good enough.
There's safer places to be than here. Sir, step away! There's one of them!
Ow. I think that the combat system in this game was an afterthought.
Crush the leech, boys! Fucking
Water is dirty blood sample. Don't know what that means. Okay, he's dead. Wrong button there. That's why he killed me. I was trying to heal when I pressed the wrong button. Griffin. Somehow killed me. Okay, that lock is not working on this boss. Because it's trying to jump towards him. If you don't have the lock, you're gonna miss him. Yeah, the mouse sensitivity in this game is not very good. wrong button. Sure, why not? Okay. Gosh, I need to focus. Ordered by Dr. Theos Stickland, Pembroke Hospital. List of substance and ingredients. Medicum opium, cytoskiphotrite, potassium, permanganate.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing, spreading influenza. Spread by the float sprayed by nose, throat, do not cough. Okay. Okay, that should work fine. Before I go there, let's try this thing. How close is he? City, you, Our city needs you. Okay.
He's mine! I'll take it! Burn it, boys! He's dead! Don't lie! Over there! There's one of them filthy piece of shit! That's what you do!
Okay. Can't enter there. I don't see a way in. Those of the trade. Well, let's talk to him. Okay, there's nothing here I need. Can you get in? No. He's still recovering. Still. Ah, there you are.
Hey, Doc.
Found your knife.
I have found the
gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
I'll leave you for now, Mr.
Hey, there was an unknown person somewhere close. I wanted to speak with him as well. I cannot talk to you.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that candidate.
I guess he needs to recover a little bit, or maybe I need to progress on the main story. Whatever the reasons.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reid.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reid.
Your drug provider is gone.
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reid? However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances, and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reid. That's all I'm asking.
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reid. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reid. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
You can't be serious. You have to stop this before you lose yourself. Lives are at stake here, remember?
I'm a competent doctor, and my value has been proven already. Frankly, I'm disappointed to hear you, above all, speaking so ill of me.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
Okay, bring 1 unit of ostium pergament to the medical desk. Let's see if I can improve on the formula. But I'm actually going to rest here. Level up. Let's see, I have 1,000 of those. Claw, a close-range strike that will cut through all living creatures in front of you. Two seconds. That's not nearly enough. Bullets I can carry. Range. Or we start with Blood Spear. Off the lava. 2 more levels. Okay, 5% isn't that much, but you can go all the way up to 50%. Okay. Major district news. Every night, the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade the district's health status. It can also be degraded due to disease spreading among citizens. The more lives you take, the unhealthier a district becomes. A district's health status drops below the critical. It will plunge into chaos. It is for you to decide of a district's fate. That was nice. Anyway, I'm going to end this episode here, so thank you all for joining me, and I'm going to see you all next time. Goodbye.